10 habits that destroy your mental health. Your mental health can be affected by more than one big problem. Sometimes, it is slowly damaged by small habits you repeat every day without noticing. You may wake up feeling tired, overthink simple things, lose motivation, feel stressed, or become emotionally exhausted. You may think something is wrong with your life, but sometimes the real problem is hidden in your daily routine. The good news is that habits can be changed. But first, you need to recognize the habits that are hurting your mind. Here are 10 common habits that can slowly destroy your mental health. 1. Constantly overthinking everything. Overthinking is one of the fastest ways to make a small problem feel huge. You may replay old conversations in your mind. You may wonder, why did I say that? Or what did they think about me? You may also worry about things that have not even happened yet. What if I fail? What if they reject me? What if something goes wrong? The mind keeps creating different negative situations, and soon you start feeling stressed, even when nothing bad has actually happened. Thinking about a problem can be useful when it helps you find a solution, but overthinking is different. Overthinking means thinking about the same problem again and again without taking action. For example, imagine you made a small mistake at work or school. A healthy response would be to understand what went wrong, fix it if possible, and learn from it. But an overthinking mind may say, everyone thinks I am stupid. My future is ruined. I always make mistakes. One small event becomes a big emotional problem. The more you overthink, the more tired your mind becomes. You lose focus, sleep becomes difficult, and you may feel anxious about situations that are not dangerous. To break this habit, ask yourself one simple question. Can I do something about this right now? If the answer is yes, take a small action. If the answer is no, remind yourself that thinking about it for another 3 hours will probably not change the situation. You do not need to solve your entire life today. Focus on what you can control now. Sometimes peace begins when you stop trying to control every possible outcome. 2. Comparing yourself to other people. Comparison has become a normal part of modern life, especially because of social media. You open your phone and see someone traveling. Someone is getting married. Someone bought a new house. Someone started a successful business. Someone has the perfect body. Someone is making more money. And suddenly you start feeling like you are behind in life. But what you see is usually only a small part of someone's reality. People normally share their best moments, not their failures. You may see a person smiling in a photo, but you do not know what problems they are facing. When you compare your real life to someone else's highlight reel, you create an unfair competition. Everyone has a different starting point. Some people have more money, support, education, opportunities, or connections. Others may have different responsibilities and challenges. Your life is not supposed to look exactly like someone else's life. Instead of asking, why am I not like them? Try asking, what can I improve in my own life? Comparison can sometimes motivate you, but constant comparison can destroy your confidence. You start ignoring your progress because you are too focused on another person's success. Maybe you have improved your skills. Maybe you are stronger than you were last year. Maybe you survived something difficult. Maybe you are still trying, even when life is hard. That progress matters. The best comparison is not between you and another person. It is between the person you are today and the person you were yesterday. 3. Spending too much time on social media. Social media is not always bad. It can help people learn, connect, and find useful information. The problem begins when it starts controlling your attention, emotions, and daily life. You check your phone for 5 minutes and suddenly 1 hour is gone. You plan to sleep early, but you keep scrolling. You plan to study, work, exercise, or spend time with family, but your phone keeps taking your attention. Too much social media can also fill your mind with negative information. Bad news, arguments, unrealistic beauty standards, fake lifestyles, negative comments, constant advertisements. Your brain is receiving information all the time, but it is not getting enough quiet time to process it. This can leave you feeling mentally tired. Another problem is that social media can create the feeling that everyone else is living a better life than you. You may start judging your body, money, career, relationships, or lifestyle. But remember, a social media post is not the complete story of someone's life. You do not need to completely delete social media to protect your mental health. Start with small changes. Do not check your phone immediately after waking up. Avoid endless scrolling before sleeping. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Follow people and pages that make you feel informed, inspired, or positive. Unfollow content that constantly makes you feel insecure or unhappy. Your attention is valuable. Be careful about what you allow to enter your mind every day. 4. Ignoring your sleep. Many people treat sleep like it is not important. They say, "I will sleep later." They stay awake watching videos, working, scrolling, or worrying. Then they wake up tired and repeat the same routine again. But your mind needs rest. When you do not get enough good quality sleep, it can become harder to concentrate, manage emotions, and handle stress. Small problems may feel bigger because your mind is already exhausted. Lack of sleep can also make you more irritable. You may become angry quickly. You may feel emotional for no clear reason. You may lose motivation. Your body and mind are connected. When your body is exhausted, your mental strength can also decrease. Try to create a simple sleep routine. Go to bed around the same time when possible. Reduce screen time before sleeping. Avoid filling your mind with stressful content late at night. Create a quiet and comfortable sleeping environment. You do not need a perfect routine. Even small improvements can make a difference. Rest is not laziness. You do not have to earn the right to sleep. Taking care of your body and mind is part of being productive, not the opposite of it. A tired mind cannot always think clearly. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your mental health is simply rest. 5. Keeping everything inside. Many people believe they must handle every problem alone. They hide their sadness. They hide their fear. They pretend everything is fine. They smile in front of others while dealing with difficult emotions inside. Being strong does not mean pretending that you never feel pain. When you keep every emotion inside for a long time, the pressure can continue to build. You may feel lonely even when people are around you. You may become emotionally exhausted. You may start feeling that nobody understands you because you never allow anyone to know what you are experiencing. You do not have to tell everyone your personal problems, but having at least one trusted person you can speak with can help. This could be a family member, close friend, mentor, counselor, or mental health professional. Sometimes you do not need someone to solve your problem. You simply need someone to listen. Writing can also help. If you do not feel ready to talk, write your thoughts in a notebook. Describe what you are feeling and what may be causing those feelings. When emotions remain only inside your mind, they can sometimes feel confusing and overwhelming. When you express them through words, you may understand yourself better. Asking for support is not weakness. In many situations, it is a sign of courage. You were not designed to carry every burden alone. 6. Living without healthy boundaries. Do you find it difficult to say no? Do you always try to make everyone happy? Do you accept every request, even when you are already tired? If yes, you may be ignoring an important part of mental health. Boundaries. Without boundaries, other people can take too much of your time, energy, and emotional space. You may feel guilty when you say no, so you continue saying yes. Yes to extra work. Yes to people who disrespect you. Yes to conversations that drain you. Yes to responsibilities you cannot handle. And after some time, you feel frustrated, exhausted, and angry. Healthy boundaries are not about being rude or selfish. They are about understanding your limits. You can care about people without giving them unlimited access to your time and energy. You can be kind and still say no. You can love someone and still protect yourself from harmful behavior. You can help people without destroying your own peace. Try simple sentences like, "I cannot do that today. I need some time for myself. I am not comfortable with this. Sorry, but I have other responsibilities." At first, saying no may feel uncomfortable, but you do not need to explain every decision or apologize for protecting your mental health. Your time matters. Your energy matters. Your peace matters. 7. Avoiding problems instead of facing them. Avoiding a problem may make you feel better for a short time. But most problems do not disappear simply because you ignore them. You may avoid checking an important email because you are nervous. You may avoid studying because you are afraid of failing. You may avoid a difficult conversation because you do not want conflict. You may avoid making a decision because you are afraid of choosing the wrong path. The problem stays there. And while you avoid it, your mind continues thinking about it. The task becomes bigger in your imagination. The fear becomes stronger. This creates a dangerous cycle. You feel afraid, so you avoid the problem. Because you avoid it, the problem becomes more stressful. Then you feel even more afraid. Breaking this cycle does not mean solving everything immediately. It means taking one small step. If you have an important email, open it. If you have a difficult task, work on it for 10 minutes. If you need to make a phone call, prepare what you want to say. If you have a problem with someone, consider having a calm conversation. Small action can reduce fear. You do not need to feel completely confident before taking action. Sometimes confidence comes after action. The first step may be uncomfortable, but avoiding everything difficult can slowly make your world smaller. Face one small problem today, then another tomorrow. That is how you build mental strength. 8. Constant negative self-talk. Pay attention to how you speak to yourself. Would you speak to a friend the same way you speak to yourself? Many people say things like, I am useless. I will never succeed. I am not good enough. I always fail. Everyone is better than me. When you repeat these thoughts again and again, they can affect how you see yourself. Nobody is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone fails sometimes. But making a mistake does not mean you are a failure. There is a big difference between saying, I made a mistake, and saying, I am a mistake. One sentence describes an event. The other attacks your identity. Negative self-talk can slowly destroy confidence and motivation. Instead of speaking to yourself with constant hate, try to speak to yourself honestly but with respect. Do not lie to yourself by pretending everything is perfect. Instead, use balanced thoughts. Instead of saying, I cannot do anything, say, I am struggling with this, but I can learn. Instead of saying, I always fail, say, I have failed before, but I can try again. Instead of saying, I am not good enough, say, I still have things to improve. This may sound simple, but the words you repeat can influence how you feel and act. Be your own coach, not your own enemy. You will already face enough challenges in life. Do not become another person attacking yourself. 9. Neglecting your physical health. Your mind and body are closely connected. When you ignore your physical health for a long time, your mental health can also suffer. You do not need to become a professional athlete. You do not need an expensive gym. Simple movement can help you feel more active and connected to your body. Walking outside, stretching, dancing, doing light exercise, playing a sport, even moving for a short time can be better than spending the entire day sitting. Food and hydration also matter. When your daily routine is filled with unhealthy habits, skipped meals, or very little water, your energy and mood can be affected. Another important factor is sunlight and fresh air. Many people spend most of their day inside, looking at screens. A short walk outside can give your mind a break from the same environment. Again, this is not about becoming perfect. You do not need to change your entire lifestyle overnight. Start small. Drink more water. Take a short walk. Stand up and stretch. Eat more balanced meals when you can. Give your body the basic care it needs. Taking care of your body is one way of showing respect for your mind. When you feel physically stronger, it can become easier to handle daily stress. 10. Ignoring your problems until you break down. One of the most dangerous habits is waiting until things become unbearable before asking for help. You may notice that you are constantly stressed, but you tell yourself to ignore it. You may feel emotionally exhausted, but you keep forcing yourself to continue without rest. You may lose interest in things you normally enjoy, but you say, it is probably nothing. Sometimes people ignore their emotional struggles because they believe other people have bigger problems. But your pain does not need to compete with anyone else's pain. If something is affecting your life, it deserves attention. You do not have to wait until you completely break down before making changes. Mental health care can include simple actions. Resting when you need rest. Talking to someone you trust. Taking time away from stressful situations. Creating healthier routines. Getting professional support when needed. Learning to understand your emotions. And making changes before the problem becomes worse. If you feel overwhelmed for a long time, or your emotions are making it difficult to function in daily life, speaking with a qualified mental health professional can be an important step. Getting help does not mean you are weak. It means you are taking your health seriously. Your mental health deserves the same care you would give to your physical health. Final thoughts. Your mental health is affected by what you repeatedly do, think, watch, and allow into your life. Overthinking, constant comparison, too much social media, poor sleep, emotional isolation, weak boundaries, avoiding problems, negative self-talk, ignoring your physical health, and waiting too long to seek support can slowly drain your peace. You do not need to change all 10 habits today. Choose one. Start small. Maybe tonight, sleep a little earlier. Maybe tomorrow, take a walk. Maybe stop comparing yourself for one day. Maybe say no to something that is draining you. Maybe talk to someone you trust. Small habits may not change your life in one day, but repeated small changes can create a healthier and stronger mind. You deserve peace. You deserve rest. You deserve support. And most importantly, you deserve to treat yourself with the same kindness and care that you often give to everyone else.